every now and then. There we are. There was the happy couple. There we go. Oops. There it goes. There goes the happy couple. Every now and then I like to do a little vlog on the trending topics, not much. Back in the day, I used that, but Kenya Moore is one of my favorite gals. She's one of my favorites on television. I don't watch TV at all. I do watch more YouTube than I watch television. I read quite a lot. I write quite a bit, but I don't watch TV. I have not watched television in over 20 something years. I have not owned a television in years. I'm pretty much not into it. But I do like reality TV. That's really what keeps me watching television. I like the old type of reality TV, like Jerry Springer, the old way, not the new way. Okay, so today my commentary will be on Kenya Moore and Marc Daly. This is not my first commentary on this happy couple. I can make you listen to a few seconds of my last commentary. You can go back into my library here and find this vlog, and you can listen to it. What it means to be a man. So Kenya Moore describes Marc Daly as she describes him as an alpha male, and that's the thing with the African Americans. They are creating new versions of humanity. They are creating new ways of what humans should be, but they don't want to take credit for that. They want to not for the diversion. No credit for the diversion. Only credit for the Kobe Bryants and the Michael Jordans. No credits for the diversion. The first thing I want to say for a woman like Kenya Moore: do not ever marry a man with a nose ring. Let's go totally cliche here. Let's go totally into it. You need to marry a man like Gregory Lunsford. Women like Kenya Moore, you find a good man like Gregory Lunsford. Dr. Greg, yeah, you find a nice Dr. Greg. You do not need the pretty boy with any nose ring. It says too much. I got my nose pierced. It hurt too much for a man to just sit for that petty kind of pain. If a man wants true pain, let him go to war, okay? That's not enough pain. A nose ring is not enough pain for me. For me, it is, but for a man, it's not enough pain for me, for a man, okay? It's enough for me as a woman, and I had enough of it. But that's too petty, okay? Doing spacewalk, for inventing stuff, for being on TV, but they don't want to take credit for. Yeah, so basically what's going on right now is Kenya Moore is faced with the African American alpha male. He's a Greek. He's everything that you can think Greek. There is nothing black about this man. Nobody should think of him as black and white. He's a human being manifesting his culture. His culture is Greek. Okay? So when you're faced with a man like that, if you go head to head with him, you will lose. A lot of people are expecting Kenya to fight this man as if she were fighting Nene Leakes. What the hell? I really think Kenya is going about it the right way. So I don't know if they really had a baby. I don't know if they really got married. That's the thing about the Greeks. You don't really know what they've done if it's true. So I don't know if this is a story that's made up, if it's fact with fiction, fiction mixed with facts, because it's a whole lot of that with the people and their stories. I don't know. As it stands, my commentary is just based on the fact that this is amusing, not the fact that any of this is true at all. It's just for entertainment, because we don't know if these people are just mixing facts with reality. This is all, we don't know. So my commentary is just for play, for laughter, for that, for a little distraction. Nothing too deep. Okay? So we don't know. We don't know if this is a real couple with a real child. We don't know. But what I do know is that Kenya Moore is going about it the right way. I really like Kenya. I really like her. I mean, some people on TV I really like. Kenya is one of them. I used to not like Angela Simmons, but ever since she came out with some balls, I actually really like Angela Simmons now. She's one of my favorite gals, like Angela. Angela Simmons has gotten into the top of my list, yo.
I think she listens to me. I am not kidding. I think Angela Simmons listens to my vlog. I think every now and then, when Angela Simmons is not doing anything, I think she logs on YouTube and she comes to listen to me. And I'm not fucking kidding you. Like, matter of fact, if anybody wants to bet on that, I know someone I can hire to trace my IPs straight from views, clicks. I mean, YouTube already does a good job at demographically letting you know who's watching you. We can go into Angela's phone and find out. Shit, but I'm telling you, Angela Simmons watches me like clock. Angela, your family has done such great things for you, Angela. Oh wow, girl. If you do not rise to the top after this, I will personally kick your fucking ass. You need to rise, Angela. My God, it's been a lot, girl. You required a lot of money. Yeah, girl. Yes. But guess what? Your family put out for you. And I thought it was beautiful. It was like a fucking romance novel. Okay, yo, I want to write your book, bitch. Let's write a fiction. Let's write a kick-ass thriller. That shit was nice. And we know what it was about, girl. We're not gonna talk about it too much. But that right there put Angela Simmons way on the top of my favorite people in this game. Right. The Simmons are not playing. It also showed me that the Simmons are not fucking playing. Wow, I really like that. They are not playing, guys. Listen, this is a very tough game with the Hollywood and the people who went to selling it. It's like if you don't toughen up, you might not walk away with anything, okay? So I really like the way the people came and swept Angela and really picked her up. I really hope Angela can toughen up like I've toughened up, like everybody has had to toughen up. I really hope Angela can do that and she can rise. So now let's talk about Kenya Moore, another one of my favorite persons on this television business. I like Kenya Moore. I just like her. Some people I just like, okay? And people keep saying she's strong, and I'm listening to people describing the wrong definitions of what it means to be strong. Being strong doesn't mean that she has to fight this man heads on. Like me, if a man is about 4'11", I might fight your ass if you hit me first. Okay, I will not attack you. But if you're about 4 feet 8, and you hit me first, I will have to hit you back because you're so short. But this man, I would not even think about it. I would not even dare. Like, it's not even normal for her to even become aggressive with him in any way. So I don't know why women on social media, and they think it's normal because they do it in their heads every day. It's not fucking normal to keep attacking women and to keep going head to head with women. And that's one of the things I mentioned about Marc Daly in the first video about Kenya Moore. One of the first things I mentioned about Marc Daly was this thing about him going head to head with her, going face to face with her. Like, what the blouse and skirt was that about? That is, and then for him to challenge her and for her to back off and to keep backing off would be his proof of her submissiveness. So when you're dealing with these Greeks, because you cannot look at these people as black and white, it really doesn't exist that way. These people are not black and white. This is not the world of black and white. This is the world of cultures. We all have our own. We come from somewhere, okay? Nobody came out of nowhere. We have a culture. We all have basic cultures, and if we didn't have a culture by now, we've created one. All right? This is a Greek culture where this man is an alpha male. He keeps confronting her on basic things that belong to her. And if anybody here is a mature woman, you will understand what I mean when I say basic things that belong to her. Like, he keeps confronting her on things that belong to her, and then he expects her to back down. And then when she backs down, that means she's submissive, and that means he wins, and that means he's strong. But in the same moment, those things belong to her. So there would have been no need for him to keep confronting her on things that belong to her. Idiot. We have an IG-10T problem. Hello? We have an IG-10T problem. That's exactly what we've got. This man keeps confronting her, and he thinks that's manly. And when you look at the culture of the United States, when you look at the culture of these African American males, they are very aggressive to confront a woman on basic nothingness. They keep confronting you on things that don't even matter. You know, things that they should know, this is your territory, or this belongs to you. Why would a male even confront me on things like that? So that's happening as a culture. So he's doing this, and it's nasty for the world to watch it. And that's one of the things I like to do to the Haitians, to the Haitian slaves. A lot of times they do things that make no sense, but when the world sees it and then the world reacts to it, that's when they become embarrassed, because for as long as they are doing it to me and I'm Haitian, they don't see the effects of it. When the world gets a chance to look at it and the world is like, what the hell? And then those slaves finally, they're like, well, can I have a little privacy? But no, you should have been thinking about those kind of animal comportments vis-a-vis the world, and not just the person in front of you. Not just the person that you think is going to keep a secret for you. And if you're not going to do it in public, why do it to your wife in private? And if it's not good to do to in front of the world, it's not good to do to your wife in private. So, like I said, the first thing I would advise Kenya more: don't ever, don't ever go out with a man with a nose ring. Okay, you are the type of woman that you are, and a man with a nose ring is not going to satisfy you. He, first of all, a man like that age with a nose ring, there is ego issues, and there's a lot of ideology issues. Most of it is not even based on tangible stuff. Most of it is in some book somewhere, is in some magazine somewhere. Somewhere his friend saw it, or he read it, or saw it somewhere. None of it is immediate to his own nature, so you can't even fight that. So I think Kenyamo is doing a good thing by laying low. Let him keep throwing punches, let him get tired, and keep laying low, keep dodging. She just keeps dodging his punches. I don't know if anyone's noticed. This is really not so funny, but hey, this is our life, and they have put theirs on TV. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think the way she's going about it is really nice. And it's not wise. And then some people, some of those bloggers, they're saying, well, why don't she go at him the way she goes at Nene? Nene's a woman. This is a man. This is a man. Why would she do that? Especially to a man that she calls her husband, whether they have a real marriage or not, that's the decision. But they decided to go into a pact together. They decided to go into something together. So whether or not it's real to you, that is their pact. They're going to have to manage it in front of the world. But the way she's going about it is okay. It's okay for her never to argue with this man in public. Don't ever do it, Kenya. Let keep throwing punches. You keep dodging. Don't ever argue with this man in public. And if you ever argue with this man in private, and you hear him say something really stupid, which is really satanic, a lot of the stupid things people say, it's out of logic. It's satanic. They don't know it. But if you hear him do that, grab a bag, run out the house, let him stay there for a couple of days. Don't really stay close to this man. This man will destroy you. For him to win, he has to take you down. For the way he behaved vis-a-vis Nene Leakes, knowing Nene Leakes had insulted you, for him to try to gang up with her and for Nene to be able to use him means that he's a cheap pawn. He's not even a good piece on the freaking table, man. If you're going to let Nene Leakes use you like that and you're supposed to be a man, you're supposed to be her man, get out of here, son. This is too alpha Greek male to me, and nothing black and white about this. Ladies and gentlemen, me in the United States, I don't believe in all that racism things. I don't preach racism. I really don't believe in all of that. The color of our skin is indicative to our beauty or lack thereof. Okay, you could be a beautiful brown, black, yellow, white, Joan, whatever color you may be. It may look good on you. It may not look so good on you. And if it doesn't look good on you, and I mention it, don't have Don't be a coward and say I'm being racist. Just look in the mirror and understand you're an ugly person and that color doesn't look right on you. So we're gonna use it to describe you. But in as far as the color of your skin to label, it doesn't work. Okay, let's look at these people as Greek. Is a Greek culture that they are practicing in the United States. This is an alpha Greek male. He's an alpha Greek male. He's an alpha male. He's probably one of the ritualists. He probably pledged in the university. He probably became a student ritualist, pledged to an alpha or something. But his behavior, and she also described him as an alpha male. The way that these alpha male treat their women is very soul breaking. They gotta break you. It's like they have to initiate you the way they were initiated. And when you are initiated, you are humiliated, and they have to keep humiliating you until you become submissive. And then he knows that you're homeless. Then he'll start giving you a little love, and the little love will not be enough. It will not be enough. Ladies and gentlemen, how do I know about this? Listen, I've been with enough alpha male, African American alpha males. Okay, I know the deal. I know the deal. I mean, to the people in the room, he may look like a handsome guy, but he's not so handsome. Okay, the way he's treating her is total weakness, and the way he ganged up with Nene Leaks, total weakness. The way she's treating him, I'm not saying she's perfect, but I think she has a good strategy. She has no reason to argue with this man. There is no reason for her to get aggressive with this man. There is no reason for her to get loud with this man. There is no reason for her to say anything wrong with this man. To him in public, in private, she can deal with him, and she has to limit the amount of time she spends on him because he's very dangerous. Hey, Madame All Topics, how are you, dear? There's a comment, guys. I'm going to read the comment out loud. Madame All Topics YouTuber says she's a fool. She took him back. He's a narcissist, and it's been good. Give me a second. I gotta hold it. And it's been good right now, but will start showing out again in a couple of weeks. Exactly. He will start showing out again in a couple of weeks. It's a lot of the men who do that right now. It's a lot of the men, they don't have a word of honor. They don't have the core of manhood. They cannot hold on in there. And guess what? Their ego. And if he was a narcissist, with a good ego, we could probably deal with him. Their egos are so fragile, especially when he doesn't have $1 million. Like in his head, he thinks he's a king, and he's probably preaching to her. He's probably telling her, well, you're a queen. And then guess what? A lot of the time, these men who are calling you queen, they cannot even buy you a very good 10 carat. Get out of here. If I'm a queen, you better bring the 10 carat. You keep calling me a queen, and then we're not living in a mansion, but you keep saying those words. Like, where is the reality in me being a queen when you have not even offered me a good tiara? Come on. Madame All Topic says, hey, exactly, he's dangerous. I also found your channel yesterday. I just started dating a Haitian guy. I'm AA, my sister. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. And I'm telling you, I am one of the best channels you can follow on YouTube. I say it like it is. You're not going to find any other leader, any other YouTuber who's going to tell you like it is. My channel is not monetized. It's just to share information. So you are free to share it. Yeah, I used to have a monetized platform, and then I said, you know what? Hell no. And then YouTube changed. So when I'm starting my live, I don't even click anything to monetize it. I just make it so that it's not for children, and then, and that's it, because it's not for kids. I don't know if kids can understand my vocabulary. It's quite extensive. Some very few children like I used to be. I used to be a pretty deep vocabulary child. So yes, ma'am. So what's going on right now is people like us, we have to understand that these type of males, they are very common in the African American community. A lot of them, they think they are men, but they don't have the manhood to live with a man and to submit to the beauty of a woman. To live with a woman and to submit to the beauty of a woman and to understand how a woman is fragile into a man's arms. Like a lot of these males, they think that for them to be a man, they have to break you down. He is humiliating her because in the humiliation, he wants her to submit because he himself, he has been through humiliation ceremonies. A lot of these African American males, when they look like that and they appear successful, when they go to universities, they join fraternities, which are which are ritualists. The fraternities are ritualists. We cannot keep calling them fraternities when in actuality those are cultists. They're pledging to gods, to pagan gods. Okay, they are doing way beyond my voodoo. Okay, this is real life, real deal, real magic, real pledges. Okay, and then go through what you call the humiliation rites. So that's why when they have a woman and they want to break down the woman, they will humiliate you. But a lot of men, if they have a woman and they want the woman to submit, they'll just fuck you into submission. And I'm not talking about hardcore fuck. They will make love to you until you freaking submit. A lot of men try it and it works. Why can't these motherfuckers try it? Okay? Like, make love to me until I submit. Don't fucking humiliate me. What the fuck? These motherfuckers they don't got no logic. Madam All Topics YouTuber says, I agree, you are the truth, you're right. Next to Kenya, he's a small dust mite, so he beats her down for his own ego. Exactly, my dear. He's a small dust mite. And like I'm telling her, never get a guy with a nose ring, because that's not enough pain for a man. That's enough pain for you and me, but that's not enough pain for a real man. I want to see you go to war, bitch. I want to see you hold a sword. I want to see you hack a tree. I want to see you do other things, catch a fish, grill, make a crab boil, make a Louisiana boil, light a fire, fix a trailer, hit your trailer. Like, I want to see other things, right? A dirt bike. I want to see you hold that shotgun and okay? But I don't want to see you humiliate me. And if it's going to be a submission, it's going to be somewhere else, okay? Madam All Topic says exactly. Humiliation ceremonies where he's broken by any means, sex, blood, whatever. Exactement. You understand the culture, and this is the popular culture that the African American males have been submerged, and it has nothing to do with black and white people. Do not let people break your money down. Do not let people break your logic down, thinking you are fighting a racism war. No, people. This is nothing racism here. We are dealing with ancient cultures, new cultures, mixed with all. It's a lot going on, and a lot of it is satanic. A lot of it is very much. And let me explain what I mean when I say satanic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I mean when I say satanic. I am a Haitian. I am from a culture, a tradition of voodoo. When I say satanic, this is what I mean. I mean anything that is out of God's logic. I don't know if anyone else believes in God, but I do believe in God, and I believe there is only one God. I believe there is one God. I don't believe in two gods. So I believe in one God in the universe, one supreme being. And I also believe in other, in English, they call them gods, but in my language, we don't use the word God for anything else or anyone else. We only use the word God for one God. But in English, it's confusing because they use God to describe the lois, the spirits. God. So when you look at God and what God created, God has a logic. God has a language that's based in logic, and the logic of God manifests through Mother Nature. Anything that is away from God's logic is satanic. A lot of time when you have discussion with people and they start going out of the logic of the discussion, you can see the Satan in their eyes. So anything that is away from God's logic is satanic, demonic, okay? And there is no other way to describe it. Either you're in the logic of God or you're away from it. This culture is not in the logic of God. I don't care how many Bible verses are cited, chanted. This is pure satanic. It's a way. This is men challenging God. So when you're looking at the men like Marc Daly, they don't have the capacity to live in a house with a woman and to handle her and to follow the union made with a woman. Because guess what? In most, if not all of the ancient cultures, the man has to submit to his wife as well because she has the wisdom and she has the heart of the family. But he wants to do everything. That motherfucker wants to do everything. And then you know what? The one thing that he did that really repulsed me, when he came to visit her and she's the mother that stays with the child, he started downing her in front of the child to create conflict between her and the child that he's not even around 24/7. You know what I mean? You're not even around 24/7, but here you are coming to ruin a perfect relationship that you're not there. Even if your daughter needed you, she could not have you as a constant parent. But here you are coming to fuck with her constant parent. That was one of the things that really bothered me about this nose-bearing little Tudor D. I cannot really handle. I cannot handle a man like that. I would have to just ignore him. I would have to just ignore him. And I think Kenya Moore is doing the perfect thing. She's rolling with the punches. She already has a child with him. Maybe he'll grow up and he'll graduate out of this little child, boy child, man child situation, because a lot of it is men child. It's a lot of these men that are handled by other older males. Okay. Madame All Topic says, my ex tried to break me down for years, but I didn't know what was wrong. I was 20, 22. I finally got rid of him after he hit me. Bye. Amen. God bless you. And for you to be so young and for you to understand so much, that means you're going to be smarter than me when you're my age. Congratulations. Because I didn't understand those things when I was your age. But for you to be so young and for you to already understand all of that means you're going to be smarter than me. So congratulations to you. Yes, a man like that is not going to do any good for her. She's handling him and she's handling him the right way. She's not supposed to argue with him. She's not supposed to fight with him. Matter of fact, when she talks to him, she's supposed to keep her voice really low because he's looking for any excuses to blow. And if he blows, it's gonna have to be in his own accord. If he blows, he's gonna have to be held accountable for it, because it will not be on anything that she's done. It will all be because he was an ID10T problem. And she's handling him right, and she got him on a prenup. So now he has to come and suck her ass because he needs support. Why not? Why not? And I would say give him the support, but put him on your terms and teach him a little something. Why not? That's what we, the women, we do. And why not? So now he's back. He needs a little support. What the first question I would ask him is, what cup? Double D or double C? Or double A cup? What type of support do you need? Or what did you say, a Newport or a support? That's really funny because he has to come back because this is the banana tree, okay? So All Topic says exactly, he can't blow on her, so he's blowing on the cameraman. Exactly. And not only that, the way he tried to betray her with Nene, that was so awful. That was so weak. That was so weak. She's handling him the right way because what he wants to do, he wants to show people that she's not feminine and that she fights a man. No, do not ever fight this man. Even in private, do not fight this man. If you have 2 words to say, better you text them to him when he's not around, because a text message is good nowadays. Do an SMS and get the hell out of his sight. And then when you're in public, tell everybody there will be no divorce. That's what the hell you do. Because you're a woman. You tell everybody there will be no freaking divorce. We are not divorcing this motherfucker. Oh, she's doing this really well. You tell everybody we're not divorcing because he needs you. So let him kiss your ass some more until you find the next good man. Let him kiss your ass. And you buying it. You're paying for it, girl. And it's okay because you've paid for the lesser. It's all right. At least that one, the child is happy to see him. And we got to come to terms with those little nasty, little low down stuff that we will do. That is a low down stuff to do. When I tell you to do that, that's low down. But you're going to have to do something low down to get away from this man and get out unscathed and get out in one piece. You're going to have to do something. But do not argue with him in public. I don't even consider you argue with him in private because that's what he's looking for. So people can say you're rough, you're an angry black woman. They're always looking for reasons to call you angry black woman, honey. Don't let them do it. And Kenya Moore is doing really well. I really love you, Kenya. Well, this is all the drama you create so you can get paid, bitch. So do whatever you want. Madame All Topic says, that was horrible. He threw her under the bus with Nene and hand clapped Portia. I was appalled. He's a little weakling. And you know what? If he can hit her below the belt in public, imagine what he will do in private. That's why I tell her, do not stay around him much in private. He's likely to slap her. He's likely to throw something at her. She should not stay near him in private. If she have a couple of things to say it, grab a bag and go. If you see him getting agitated, close the door, grab a bag and go. You do not give him any close time. In public, you tell everybody there will be no freaking divorce. Because you know, every time you say that in public, he is eating in your plate and he is hating it. That's the best way to get back to him, is to tell everybody publicly there will be no freaking divorce, because he needs you, and he will be playing into your parts in your knife and forks. He'll be coming back to your dinner table because you fat, and he wants to grow fat of your fat. So Kenya Moore is doing really well. Keep ignoring the ID10T. He's an idiot. Keep ignoring him, and do not feed into his pettiness. That's just petty little boy, man child. So don't feed into that. He's not worth it, Kenya. Keep your womanhood up. And then, like I said, in public, you own him, and you keep owning him in public, all right? And then tell people his little secretive defects, talking about you can't visit his mama. You don't need to visit his mama either. I know you don't. It's not like you care so much about mothers. You don't even have one. So I know you don't. So maybe that didn't sound so good, Kenya. But I know you know the defects of mothers. So that's why I said that. So I know you don't give a damn. I know you just said that just to show people how nasty they are. But I know privately you don't even care, girl. Let this man act a fool, ignore him, and always be very sweet to him. And when you talk to him, keep your voice very, very low. Because they are just, not just him, Andy Cohen. And if he can gang with Nene, Andy Cohen was part of it. They were just ganging up on you, Kenya, so they can portray you on television as an angry black woman, as a liar, as a fraud. That was their plans for you. If anyone else isn't aware of this, then you bloggers are foolish. If you're watching these Real Housewives and you're not listening to the politics that is not spoken, if you cannot listen between the lines, you're not ready to be a blogger in these YouTube creeps. The thing is that Andy Cohen was coming for her. Nene Leakes was coming for her. It was all a team, and Marc was part of the team. And what was their game? Their game was to show her as aggressive, to show her as an angry black woman, to show her as not being able to keep a man, as being just this detestable woman. But no, keep your classy composure, girl. And Kenya, you're doing a good job, girl. No, keep your classy composure. The hell with these motherfuckers with the nose rings. He's not ready for you, girl. He cannot even handle the real pain. If he wants to pierce something, tell him to pierce something else. Tell him to go to war. We want to see that kind of pain. Can he handle it? Otherwise, a nose ring is not good enough to prove bravery. We gotta go, Kenya. Let me see any other commentaries before we go. Yeah, that was horrible. Ben has not been a good husband. He has not even been a good friend. He has not even been a good father to his daughter, because if you're a good father, you want to support your daughter's mother. A lot of these alpha males, they want to give love to dogs. When you see them in their houses with their dogs, you would think they were the most lovely man. You see that man sitting on the couch caressing a dog. You're like, oh my God, look at this man caressing a dog. I wonder if that's how he would caress me if I was sitting next to him. And then you go sit next to that motherfucker and he don't even touch you one time. Oh my God. The joke of the day before I even go. That's the fucking joke of the hour. When you see that motherfucker sitting on that couch with that dog, and you see him petting that dog, rubbing that dog, playing with that dog, and you're like, damn, I wonder if I was sitting on that couch, next to that motherfucker, I wonder how much he would pet me. I wonder how much he would play with me. And then you go sit next to that motherfucker on that couch. He doesn't even look at you because he is a dog lover. He's not a woman lover. He's a Greek. It has nothing to do with black and white. It's the culture of these black males. They are sometimes 50 years old, living in one house, no woman, nobody. They don't help anybody. They just caress dogs all night. Hey! It's just caressing dogs all night. Okay? I don't advise you to go deal with that kind of man. He's probably gonna have, I don't want to say too much. Oops. I don't want to say too much. So let me leave it right there. Thank you for stopping by, Madam All Topics YouTuber. Thank you for stopping by. And anybody else who's hitting on this little commentary, don't forget to click the thumbs up. Ciao, beta. Ciao.